going to talk about the factors that make a foreigner person's language change when they move to United States. So in today my presentation, I'm going to talk about my experience as a foreigner English speaker, and I'm also going to talk about the 3 factors which I include in my final research: the environments, culture, and individuals factors that making a foreigner's English change. So first off, I want to talk about my personal experience as a foreigner English speaker. As we all know, I'm not a native English speaker, so my English somehow, especially when I first moved to United States, my English has a really strong Chinese accent. At first I can't tell, but until my friends, they told me that you have some accent, and I start to pay attention to it, and then I figure out that yes, I do have the accent thing. So as a Chinese English speaker, I first learned the English books published by the Oxford University. So naturally, my English accent has the Chinese accent combined with the British accent. But so I moved here like 3 years ago, and I don't like talk with Chinese people a lot, and I have many American friends. They all native English speaker, so all the person I talk with is the English speaker. So currently I think I make some improvement that with my accent, and that is how my accent change. So I think the first factor based on my personal experience would be the environment, and I also think this is the biggest factor for people changing their language. So for international students, the big environment for them is their school based in United States, which is a academic world. So here people get together for studying, and neutral English seems to be more common and formal when communicating with their friends and professors. So naturally, their English will change naturally, just because the person who talk with them every day in their daily life changed, and the language they speak and they listen also changed, rather than the Chinglish when they was studying in China. So the first fact, I think it would be the environment, and also this will be the biggest fact. Also the second things, I think it will be the culture things. The culture would be the soul of one language, and also the most native people respect it. So I found one article that mentioned that it's talk about the origins of Southern American English. So the author points out the Southern American English is from the new immigrants from European and Africa, and it's also mixed with the language of Native American people. With the inland moving and the establishment of many cities, the language started to spread from the coastal city, Charleston, to the inland areas, and because of this, the Southern language started to appear in this world. Although this article talks about the change of the Southern language to the standard English, I think it also will work. It is also the fact that why people will choose to change their accent when the foreigner people move to United States. And the last factor, I think it will be the individual things. So the point of the individual things not only based on the person who speaks the language, but also based on the people who surrounding the individuals. So if a person want to get used to talking with people here. He or she may want to like sounds like the same as with the people here. So that will be the individual thought, which is also a psychological factor. And also I also find an article about that the speech training through in interactive web say it right, teaching the prosodic features. Saki Sada, the author, discussed the speech training when ESL teachers are teaching their international student. The accent for an ESL speaker is so important because that may sometimes stop them from finding a job or just let other people understand them. So I won't mention my personal experience in this part. So I also have one experience about the interviewing things. So I get one interview chance like 1 year ago for one office job, but I get rejected. I think the problem is fearing the accident thing, because back in that time my English is not that good, because that time I talk with mostly with the Chinese people, and I don't have any chance to improve my oral English, and I think that is why. So I think the fact individual things will be also a really important thing for foreigner people to change their accent, because if they want to change, they will make change. So this is the reference of my article things, and thank you for listening.